Okay, so we've just created our first two sets of bones, the left leg and the right leg. So now I want to try and break down how it's actually been done. And for that we're going to hide everything and then just bring in the right arm components. Okay, so the right arm looks very similar to the left and right leg, but there's something a little bit different. If we zoom in, at the moment in each layer there's actually a collection of shapes. You can see this one here is a drawing object, and actually sneakingly behind that there's another drawing object effectively. So there's actually a couple of drawing objects in each one. You can see there's this sort of black line around here and this shape here. Now that deep down is actually a nice little animation principle, which as this arm rotates, this part here will actually give you a crease inside the elbow on that inside edge. So it will look really quite effective. And with the hand, it's just acting really as an outline view there. It should give us quite a nice effect as the hand moves around. So what I want to do is I want to select each part and turn each part into a movie clip. To do that, I'm going to lock the forearm and the hand, which means I can't select them. The advantage of doing this is if I just lasso around the whole area like this, I'll only select elements that make up the top part of the arm. I can then go Modify, Convert to Symbol, and I'm going to call that R_up arm to match the name that's in the layer, just to make it nice and simple. Click on OK, and I've now converted that to a movie clip. I can then lock that layer for a second, unlock the forearm, again lasso around the whole lot, just in case I don't select it correctly. Then convert to symbol. Remember F8 is the keyboard shortcut for that, R_forearm. Click on OK, and that's that one done. And then I can lock that layer and unlock the hand, lasso around all of the hand, and press F8 to convert it to R_hand. So literally what we've done is we've just taken the three layers and we've ensured that the content inside each layer, basically each part of the arm, isn't just a collection of shapes, but is actually converted into a movie clip. Once that's done, we can then think of the same lines as we did earlier on. We've got a definite joint there, the sort of shoulder, but we need to know where the elbow is. So if I click on the top of the arm, I can mark out that bottom section there. And then if I click on the bottom of the arm, I can mark out the top section. So I know that the joint should be somewhere within this region here. Now the wrist is a little bit trickier, I guess. Let's bring this down. So there's the top of that. And the bottom of this one. Okay, so the bottom of that's quite close, see, just there. So I want to make it probably as close to that end point as possible, and that'll take advantage of this collar that we've got. So turn on the bones tool, start at the shoulder, probably as close to that end as I can, and into the middle of that. And then from there into as far down as I can there. Now that didn't seem to work, we can check, no. So sometimes the bones tool will moan at you and it won't do it for you, it's just simply about where you drop it. So I'm going to try and drop it there, yep. And it's accepted that as a set of parameters, and I'm just going to drag these off, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if we can move the arm. Yep, and you can see you've got this very simple idea. Notice that I'm just moving the forearm here rather than trying to move the hand. If you move the hand, you get this sort of slightly strange rotation going on. What I find is most useful with the bones tool is actually to use the bones themselves to do the rotation, and then when you're in position, just slightly tweak the hand or arm element to exactly where you want it to be. So that, and actually look here, you can see this nice little crease effect that's being given by the outline behind. Really, really useful animation technique, that one. Okay, so it's much more realistic. Let's bring that hand around a little bit. There we go, great. So I've got my arm completed. If we then bring everything back in again, you can see there's our man again. Bring it up to 100%. And so now we can also move his arm. We bring this bone back a little bit and bend just such like that. Okay, so he's skipping along. Very simple idea, but very, very effective.